So I remember before on a podcast episode, I think there were two of them. Me and Izzy were talking. Izzy saw Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning before I did. And then when he heard I didn't see it, he was like, you have to go see it. I watched it with my friends in the dorms. And I am not going to lie. I wasn't feeling it.
Really?
I wasn't feeling Dead Reckoning as much. I felt like, because I was so focused on the entity, the AI in this movie, I was hoping for more like of an anxious feeling with this. I was hoping for more like dangerous stuff with this AI. I feel like it did some things, but I felt like maybe my anticipation for it was too much. Mm-hmm. This movie, when Final Reckoning came out, because let's talk about real quick too. Me and Izzy both went to go see early showings for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
What time did you go? 10?
I went at 9. I went to the 9:15 showing.
Okay, I went to 10 a.m.
Yeah, I never do that. I just did it because me and Izzy talked about it and we were like, we have to review this movie. And that was the only best time I had to go see it. So I'm already in a bad mood. I wasn't a huge fan of Dead Reckoning. It was still pretty good, but I didn't like it that much. I'm like, dang, now I'm up early about to watch this movie. The movie starts, I instantly go, wow. I remember all these movies. I remember that one. Final Destination 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yeah. Now. But seeing that compilation, because I heard everybody complaining, I'm like, bro, that was perfect. Like, if you think about this whole series, this is like the action movie franchise. Like, this is the movie that like made action movies, like raised the bar every level. Mm-hmm. The stunt team did an unbelievably good job.
You guys got an Oscar. They're gonna win an Oscar.
Tom Cruise, I have so much respect for you. I have never had so much stress with a dude in a stinking submarine in my life, even on a damn plane. I thought it was gonna be a couple of scenes of you on a plane, bro. That was insane.
We're doing spoilers, correct? Like, just in general? We didn't say
it. You know what? So. Yeah, because we've both seen it.
Spoiler review.
This is going to be a spoiler review from here on out.
I just want to preface that before we get into it.
My fault. But to finish it off, that was the Mission Impossible movie I have been waiting on. I haven't felt that much anxiety in this series. Like, I thought the stunts were cool, and I thought what he was going through was pretty cool, but I didn't actually feel like he was in danger or the world was in danger. I guess because I knew that he was going to get out of it, because there's 2 or 3 other movies after it. Yeah. But I think what helped was this is the final movie, The Final Reckoning.
You were actually like nervous for him?
Yes.
Yeah, I was too.
I was thinking he was actually going to die.
I thought the mission wasn't going to be possible.
Exactly. The stuff that they were explaining they had to do, I was like, how are you guys going to do that in 16 minutes?
Can I be honest? Every time they did one of their like, so you're telling me we have to do this thing in this very specific order, at this very specific time, so that we could save the human race. I think they say that like 5 times.
That's what
I was like, guys, how many decisions can you make out of this? Like, come on.
I felt that, bro.
It's so funny.
Every time they were game planning, I was like, well, this is literally what they have to do. Like, it's not like a joke. It's not like, oh, we just have to do this because we have a little extra time. Why not? This is literally like, yo, nukes are going to go off.
Nukes are going to go off.
They're going to go off everywhere. And we're going to live in the entities universe. Like, we have to do this. And I was like, wow, that's insane. That's why I love the submarine stuff so much.
Yeah.
That whole submarine thing, even him jumping in the stinking water and then going down to that first submarine, the USS Ohio. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it was. And then I love all the characters. I think one of them was from the show on...
Actually, it was the USS George W. Bush.
Oh, yeah, my bad. The USS George W. Bush. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I got you.
But I just loved how they explained to him how he needs to be in order... And that's another thing. Watching that movie, who would you rather take, James Bond or Ethan Hunt?
Like on my team or fight?
Yeah. If you needed somebody to save you in a life-threatening situation... Like, world is involved too. Who would you pick?
I got some movies I need to watch because I've never seen a James Bond, but I know him. Guys, I know him. James Bond or Ethan Hunt? Dude, I'm taking Ethan Hunt. And you want to know why? Mm-hmm. His luck is insane. Like, there is not a luckier man on planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Spoilers for the final James Bond movie. But doesn't James Bond die? Or no? Does that not happen?
people are gonna hate me. I haven't seen the last James Bond movie yet.
Okay, sorry for you.
I've seen all the rest of them though. I pretty much knew he died though.
Okay, I'm fairly confident he dies. Someone correct me. Ethan Hunt?
He didn't die.
That man don't die.
He didn't die.
You know, that's what I'm saying. So who am I taking? I'm taking Ethan Hunt.
I am going to take Ethan Hunt too, only because like, bro, those last stunts, like the fact that he was learning everything and like knew what they were talking about, especially when he got to the submarine, because I don't think we've ever seen him in the submarine learning how to dive and everything.
Yeah.
You know how insane that type of training is? And the fact that Ethan can just go from jumping out of a helicopter, doing all this, running away from bullets, to now I got to learn how to scuba and I got to learn how to not breathe a certain way so I don't get the bends. And now I got to dive to a certain like
I was getting
depth.
lost in it. I'm not going to lie. I was like, I'm just going to trust that you know what you're doing, bro. Like, I don't get it anymore.
That's literally what I was thinking. So I was like, the stuff they're explaining, that should literally freak anybody out because they're basically saying no matter what, if he doesn't get back into that decompressor or whatever it is, his lungs are going to explode. And then he's just like, okay. And he's like on the submarine running on a treadmill like it's nothing. I was like, Ethan, you are a different animal. Beast. You are different. And then he goes inside the sinking submarine. He's good. Stuff is moving around. While this, I was stressing out my mind when the submarine started moving, and I was like,
he like just whiffs it. Bro, I'm telling you, that man's luck is insane.
And then like, bro, going from that to sleeping for a minute, and then going and trying to get the kill, the poison pill on the planes, just like that. I was like, dang. This is insane, but also my bad. I've been going on.
No.
What did you think about the movie?
No. I need to ask you really fast.
Yeah.
What score would you give it out of 10? What
out of 10?
Yeah, what are you giving it?
I gotta give that movie an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
I have to.
And what would you give the part 1?
Part 1, Dead Reckoning?
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards a 6.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards a 6. I just really wasn't into it that much.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So, me. All right. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, some quick perspective. I've only seen Fallout, and I've only seen Dead Reckoning. There's only 2 missions. I want to watch them all. I think I would be obsessed with them. These really movies are my movies. Like, I love crap like this. I will say, this movie is 2 hours and 50 minutes. Yeah, it's long. And I think it takes a little bit to get going. Yeah. It's a lot of exposition, but I don't hate it. I've seen a lot of complaints from people saying it's too much exposition, it's not entertaining. I personally find it really entertaining because I think it does a great job of setting the stakes very high. Yeah. But I think a lot of people very validly would rather be shown that and not told that. Yeah. But I'm cool with being told that. Like, that's fine by me. So, exposition, a lot, which I have to give it a knock for, but it wasn't the worst. It wasn't boring. It wasn't bad exposition. I was pretty into it, and I was following for the most part. I will say, I want to get my negatives out of the way. That, and then I will say, I think what upset me was this movie felt almost smaller scale. The threat was world-ending like it always is, but I didn't see Ethan Hunt moving to location to location as much. A lot of the locations were super cool looking. I felt like Dead Reckoning, like that movie visually is insane. Like, I'm obsessed. I felt like this one kind of felt like a step back. It didn't feel as like cinematic as I wanted it to be, but I will still say a lot of the shots look great. When he was in the submarine, it looked really good. That was insane. When he jumps out of the airplane and like, I thought that was really cool. Like, that looked really good. I just felt like there was a lot of spots that didn't hit me as hard as I felt like Dead Reckoning did. Like, I always think of the scene from Dead Reckoning when he's in the the club place and all the screens behind him turn into the AI. That's it for me. I was like, see, that's sick. I wanted more crap like that. And I felt like this movie didn't really have that. Like, more, I wish the AI was more present, like, constantly. In Dead Reckoning? Or in this one. The AI was not, and that's my third negative. Villain was whatever. Very much whatever. The dude kind of didn't do anything. Like, he has that one really crazy moment in the beginning, and then, like, he's just gone. Like, he's just, and I felt like that kind of made him less intimidating. Like, I wasn't, especially when you realize that the whole plan relies on him winning, like, that's fine. I was just like, oh, well, regardless if he gets it, they won. It felt like they got him, you know? because it was like he's trying to get the piece that they have, and their plan was to just give it to him and slide it in, and like he thinks he wins, but he doesn't because they're on the inside. Regardless, I thought the villain was very lacking, but what this movie does well, I think it does really well. The action scenes are insane. Oh yeah, every fight when he's fighting the dude with the knife in the submarine.
Oh yeah, that was
sick.
Good. That was
when
really good. He's
exploring the submarine in the water, he's feeling his movements. Sick. The plane sequence, yes, totally. That was sick. Nuts. I like the submarine sequence more personally. Oh, I did. That one I was a lot more nervous about. Like when I got really uncomfortable when he goes into torpedo chute.
Oh man, that scared the crap out of me, man.
Small spaces like that.
That scared the crap out of me.
I hated that. But like stuff like that, sick. The fight scene in that burning house, sick. The action was really good. The stakes were great, though. Yeah. That I loved. I don't know if I double backed or anything on what I said, but still, I'll hold strong. Yeah, the stakes I felt like were very much there. I was very scared the whole time with the AI and what it was doing. Again, I just wish it was like physically there more. I wish I could have seen it more, but it just like wasn't. So out of 10, if I give Dead Reckoning, I think I would say like a 9. I love that movie. I think the action in Dead Reckoning is better too. I would give this one a 7. I think this one was worse in spots, but I think it's still very good and it's very strong and I enjoyed it. Especially for watching a movie that early, I wasn't bored at all. I could admit it was slow in some parts. I could admit that it felt like it dragged on in the beginning when it wasn't like when it was setting itself up. But I can confidently say that I was in the whole time, and at no point was I like, all right, like let's get this over with. It was very good. Yeah. I really liked it, and it's pretty high on my list. It's number the Dome. I have Letterboxd pulled up, but I'm pretty sure off the Dome it's like 3. Okay. Yeah, but I haven't watched a whole lot. I've watched 8 movies, so like that'll change. I could see it dropping. Where I feel like Dead Reckoning, I walked out being like, holy balls, that was insane. This one, I felt like I walked out and was like, wow, that was really good. That, like, different vibes, but I still really enjoyed it. And I think people should go watch it because it's movie's very impressive. Again, stunt team, you guys freaking killed it.
Y'all really did.
Freaking killed it. Tom Cruise, you killed it, like always. All the performances were really good. And I liked how deeply personal everything felt. Yeah. Felt very personal. Again, the connections to a lot of the older stuff, obviously I didn't like have nostalgia for or get completely, but they show it to me, so I was able to follow, which I appreciated. But I felt like every character was pushed to the end. Like it was rough. Simon Pegg's character, what's his name?
Benji, I think.
I love him. I think he's my favorite. I think he's my favorite character. I love him so much. Simon Pegg plays that character so great because you could tell how tired he is, but that dude's just a G, bro. When he's like dying and he's like helping her like turn off the power and like get the AI trapped while also teaching.
That was nuts.
That was
Let's
sick.
talk about that scene.
That was so cool.
That was a crazy scene and huge respect to Benji, bro. Like he's over here, like you said, he was over here having to tell somebody how to do surgery on him, and then telling somebody how to cut wires and hack the stinking system. It was
insane. Yeah,
Benji, that was OG right there, bro. That was tough. Yeah, like you know how hard it is to do.
Yeah, that's
your
insane.
mind's over here trying to teach somebody surgery, and then your mind's over there trying to teach somebody how to hack a mainframe.
Yeah, not to mention surgery on himself while he's insane. Luther I love too. Again, just all the characters feel so genuine. They feel so real. Like Angela Bassett as the president, she kills it.
Oh, she did a good job.
Again, I love the characters. I love the action. I just felt like it was missing in some of the places that I would have wanted. Again, I would have loved more locations. That's what I wanted. I wanted them to go more places, but they kind of just stuck to the same like 3 areas, you know? And I felt like they could have chilled out on the exposition a bit, but I get it because it led to a better better thing. And I just wish the villain was a little better. So overall, I think it's a strong 7. I loved it. I recommend again everyone to go watch it. It's a great movie. It's a really good movie, and I think it'll be one that I remember for a good while, which is probably all we can ever really ask for. Yeah.
I got one more thing, real quick. Gabriel. That's the other villain's name, right? Gabriel. Yeah. What's up with you and killing just women, bro? What is with you and just killing women? I was getting so mad during the whole stinking movie because I'm like, he's motivated. All this guy does is kill women. Like, the whole reason why Ethan hates him is because he killed the one... I don't even remember what movie that was from, or if it even was in the movie. He killed a woman that got Ethan into the IMF. Remember? The scene in the gate, the tunnel. Well, moving on.
Yeah, I was like, do I remember that?
He kills that woman, and then he goes over, he tries to kill Paris. Then he goes over and, like, Sting gets into a crazy fight with Haley Atwell's character. Then he kills another woman, the woman who died in Dead Reckoning. What's her name? Forgot her name. She was the one who was on the sniper at the beginning of the movie in the desert.
Oh, yeah, I forgot her name too.
He kills her, and then just through the rest of the movie, he's just going after women mainly. And then sometimes he'll go after Ethan, but low-key, Brody was like a wuss to me. I'm being for real.
Women and black people. He just like doesn't. Maybe he's just a...
Did he kill black people?
He killed Luther.
All right, I got a problem with you two on that one, bro.
I think he might just be...
Imagine.
An awful human.
He is an awful human. He was just killing women.
But you know when villains are awful, but also they're like kind of sick? Again, I felt he was very disappointing. And he goes out in a very embarrassing way too.
He was just a stupid villain.
Yeah, I think he's rougher than the AI. They make the AI a lot scarier than he is. Because obviously his motive is like he wants to control it. So he's also kind of like... not necessarily like working with it, but he wants it for power. I don't know. I felt like they wanted him so badly to be this deep, intimidating character, but he just was, again, gone for like most of the movie.
He was annoying.
And then when he shows up, he kills himself. Like, let's not forget, he was like, remember, I have a parachute. I was like, come on, guy. Like, you should have thought about that a little better.
I loved when that happened. I was like, finally.
I went, ooh.
I low-key wish Paris killed him. I really wanted Paris, and I did not know that was Mantis.
Yeah, really?
I didn't know that was Mantis the whole time. When I was looking at it, I was like, no wonder I love her so much, because I love Mantis. Like, Mantis is one of my low-key favorite characters in the MCU. But seeing that was, like... she goes from all sweet to like stinking deadly. I was like,
she takes a massive backseat in this movie too.
Yeah,
I think it's the language barrier.
I think it would have been so much better if she gave the killing blow to Gabriel.
I think so too.
But either way, I hate Gabriel. You're a wuss. Stop killing women, bro. I mean, you're dead now, so I'm glad you're not killing women anymore. But that's such a like wuss thing to do, bro. Like every time he just kill a person and just run off. He'd be like, like the dude from Conan the Barbarian or something.
Oh, you mean Masters of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I don't know why I'm oh my gosh, I shouldn't be remembering his name. I should remember his name. Something with an S. Salvatore.
I think that's what it is. Salvatore.
I'm gonna check because I need to get that right.
Yeah, he just runs away. He just kills somebody and be like, hee, running away in a crab. I don't know. I hate Gabriel. I'm glad you died the way you did.
Oh, Skeletor. I'm such an idiot.
There we go.
Yeah,
My bad, y'all.
Yeah, Skeletor. But yeah, he was a rough. Again, I did not enjoy him very much.
He was just annoying, bro.
I think that movie needed a stronger villain, and I think I'd be a lot higher on it if it had a stronger villain.
Yeah.
But yeah.